And we are indeed, as far as I am aware, live. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for typical, awesome, fun, crazy Saturday stream insanity. Another JPC mini set of blind indie rock classics, so to speak, if we can call them that, plus, random blue card classics, plus random Ask Me Anythings, and other happy, fun insanity of insaneness. I'm going to go with insaneness. I am once again joined by my producer, the lovely and talented Canute. Say hello, Canute. Canute?
Hello.
You are not Canute.
Not with that attitude, I'm not.
What have you done with my Viking?
I believe your Viking is currently out in the Great Mountains skiing with his family.
No, you're absolutely right. I am in fact joined this evening by my alternate producer, the producer of the moment, the lovely and talented Gwen. Canute is indeed currently off skiing through the mountainside with his family. Although this time of night he's actually probably watching this. We'll know in a bit because he'll randomly poke out and be like, "Hi, I'm here, Peter." But yeah, he is currently off doing things. And so the amazement that is Gwen has shown up and has filled the Viking-like shoes, so to speak.
There are certainly different shoes that I'm used to. I typically wear sneakers or gaita.
Well, I feel like any sort of useful, interesting, and grounded boot or shoe thing is good enough for this particular gig. By the way, I will ask, however, that you turn your Twitch down just a little bit because I hear you echoey when you talk, just a touch.
We produce on the fly like real champions.
Much better, and yes indeed. So hi everybody, whoever everybody is, every you who has shown up to watch the stream of Doom. It is a beautiful, finally chilly again day here in lovely South Gloucestershire. I think it hit 42 degrees today, which suits me just fine. This is the meaning of life and temperatures that are amazing. So life is good. It'll be in the lower 30s tonight. It's sort of perfect winterish weather that isn't deeply crazy winter, but is amazing winter. I love me some England. What can I say?
Tegan says good evening.
Tegan! Hi. I am trying something a little bit new on the sound side, so let me know if I'm a little too loud. And we will adjust from there. But we're going to have to do a little tiny bit of tweaking tonight. I think we're good overall, but it may be a touch too loud, and if it is, I can adjust it on the fly. It just kind of needs to know.
It sounds pretty good to me. I think I'm the loudest thing about it.
Am I a little too quiet? Did I over-adjust?
Potentially.
Well, let's fix that. Better?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I apparently didn't need to adjust at all. Go me.
Tegan also says it sounds good.
Thank you, Tegan. You've been here like 3 weeks in a row. It's awesome. You finally staggered our way. That makes me super happy. I keep occasionally randomly catching people, and it makes me smile, because the beauty of these streams is it lets me do this no matter where I am in the world. As long as I've got my rig set up, I can do this from anywhere, which is super useful. Because with the exception of travel, it means there's no interruption. So, COVID has a couple of good things going for it. Not many, but I'll take it, right? Every little bit helps.
Tegan says, found ya.
All right, let's get this started. Yeah, let's do that. I'm feeling crowflies, so we're gonna do crowflies first because I'm feeling crowflies. by candlelight always attracts a certain crowd. And the apparitions that surround me somehow keep the normals out. Sit down and never mind the rain. Sit down and never mind the pain. Oh yeah, my head is pounding from all the voices locked inside, and all the flickering lights around me. Yeah, they're like a million piercing eyes, thunderous echoing voices, without a face, without a name, unnumbered questions and no choices. So once again I begin to play the game as the crow flies. Come on up to the sky before I realize my morning's passed me by. You better chase the sunrise. Oh. Smoke is slowly slipping upward. It disappears into the dark. Sometimes the horrors that they tell you can cause a fracture of your heart. Thunderous echoing voices in your lonely land of things that you don't want to know. Unnumbered questions and no choices. Oh, when you won't see them, they are too busy gazing at the crow flying. On up to the sky. Yeah, before you realize your mornings pass you by. You better chase the sunrise. On up to the sky. Before you realize, whoa, your mornings pass you by. You better chase the sunrise. Now, oh, 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 oh. I often wonder when they see me, yeah. Do they see the spirits dance behind my eyes? Or do they hear the words I give them? Or will they ever realize? Little as the crow flies to start things off. Kind of always enjoyed starting shows with that song. It's funny. It always worked really well if it was a place we'd been before, a place I'd played before. Obviously, it's not the sort of song you start with when you've got a whole bunch of random new people. You're just playing a club for the first time in a city you don't normally go to. But anytime you know you've got people that come to see you regularly or that are fans or whatnot, it's a really solid way. For me, I've always enjoyed starting shows with that song. Anyway, that's just me. I'm weird like that.
Everybody's got a little bit of weirdness. Cassandra Brown on Facebook says, I miss seeing you around, or should I say, listening to your voice.
Yeah,
And
well,
Susan Harmon-
your aim will improve with practice. You won't miss me for long.
And Susan Harmon on YouTube says, good evening. Hope everyone is having a wonderful time.
Susan, thank you so much for dropping by again. Always good to see you. Really appreciate you guys coming out, as always. I say coming out like you had to travel this tremendously long distance to your viewing device of choice. It was really arduous and lengthy and fraught with peril. There was snow uphill both ways. It was crazy. But still, you've got other things you could be doing tonight. I'm always happy that any of you show up at any given point in time on Saturdays. It's awesome. So thanks.
Tegan also sends several hearts, purple hearts.
I like hearts. Hearts. I heart hearts. That's the way to say that. I feel I heart hearts. I don't know if hearts heart me, but I heart hearts.
Now we just need a picture of a heart stag with heart drawn on it to put on your heart, and it'll be perfect.
That makes me smile, laugh, and smile again in a lot of different ways. In fact, conveniently, look at that segue you just created without realizing it. There's a heart on a shield in a book on your shelf somewhere. I know because I made sure it was in the book, because it is in fact the chop, the device of a particular count in the Drums of Unrest. So it is many chapter heads, because it is appropriate for any time we're hanging out in that place, in his lands with his folk. So yeah, there's that, the shield that has the heart upon it. The deer type, not the thumpy, blood-pumping type.
That is a delight, and I am excited to get there.
You should already actually have been there. You should see it at the top of even chapter 2.
I'll have to go back and read more closely. I'm so excited for your books, man.
I love you for that. Things are ticking off there as well. A couple more reviews on Dawn of Unions, and a couple more reviews popping along on Drums of Unrest, which is super exciting and awfully flattering. I am still nowhere near in a position where financially we can do the audiobook version of Drums, because it's just too big. And to get it done at the same level of quality that Simon did it for the first book, I could buy a new to me late model used car, and it would be just about enough to cover the entire cost of making the audiobook. Totally willing to do that, but I don't have that kind of money lying around yet. So I think we're going to move on and do another song that I don't ever start shows with, but every time I play this song, it makes me smile. It shouldn't, because it's super dark, but it still makes me smile. I had my nephew crashed upstairs, and so I wrote this song in about 30 minutes while he was upstairs, still crashed, with my morning coffee, because my brain wouldn't shut up, as happens with music sometimes, and other things. And so I'm desperately trying to write this song and make this song into an actual song instead of a sketch in my head, all without waking him up. I succeeded, thank God, but man, it was a thing. You know me. You're here because you've heard me sing before, more than likely, and you're here to do it again. I'm not the quietest singer. So to write this particular song, ostensibly whispering to myself, just really, really bad. Really funny. I kind of wish there'd been a camera to capture it, but, you know, things happen. But yeah, so this is the first single off of LFO, Listening from the Outside. This is I Am the Fire. We're buzzing. Hang on. Much better. Yeah, my capo was a little bit jacked up, so we were buzzing. Let's try that. It's informal, which means we'll start again. I'm the fire that you can't fly too close to. Oh, I'm the light that burns you. Whatever else I say to you is untrue. No, I hypnotize and you forget to fight. Yeah. Oh, I'm the fire that you can't fly too close to. Becoming what I thought I'd laid. Desperate, wretched hunger, where am I smiling? wretched burning in my chest. No one hears the thoughts inside my mind, so what I show is what is real, and all that matters is the tick of time, waiting for the next life that I steal. I am the fire. I'm the fire that you can't fly too close to. My voice, the gravity that draws you in. Truth is wishful words for me to drown in. Oh, and in its way it reveals my every sin. No one hears the thoughts inside my mind, so what I show is what is real, and all that mattered was the tick of time, waiting for the next life that I'd steal. I am the fire. I am the fire. I'm the fire that you can't fly too close to, becoming what I thought I'd laid to rest. A desperate, wretched hunger where my smile ends. Oh, a desperate, wretched burning in my chest. I am the fire. I never get tired of that song.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Susan Harmon says you make looking forward to Saturdays more enjoyable.
Amen. Thank you.
And Astrid Azafel says hello, JP.
Astrid! How are you? Thank you very, very much for dropping by.
Teague says kind of want a blue card tonight, a bloody blue card with 3 blue hearts, no more, no less.
I think I can accommodate. I think.
Astrid says I'm doing good.
Excellent. For those of you that are not already there, please do consider hopping over to twitch.tv/JP_Corwin. We're trying really hard to push toward getting 50 official followers. If we get 50 or more, then we officially become affiliated with Twitch, which means we can actually do silly things like subscriptions and start to actually make some money at these shows. You know, people can do tips and so forth if they feel like it, and that's great too. It's always helpful that people are willing to do that. It's also always helpful for just people to be involved in watching, and anywhere you are. I really appreciate that, no matter where you're watching from, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or anything else. Right now it's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. That's what we got. So even if you don't prefer to watch on Twitch, if you wouldn't mind considering hopping over, making a quick account and clicking follow, it would be super helpful to us as we try and grow the channel. It's kind of the big obstacle still in the way, getting Twitch to 50. Because we get 50 followers. We're a little over halfway there now, I think. No, I'm sorry. We're just under halfway there. We're at 24 followers on Twitch. We get to that magical 50 number, though. It's funny. Everybody likes the number 50. With Amazon, at 50 official reviews, Amazon will promote your book organically. Before that, you have to do it yourself. Same thing happens here with Twitch. At 50 followers on Twitch, we actually can we become affiliated, we get, privileges, including the ability to do special custom emotes and badges, and there are subscriptions and, bits, and we become more visible and all the other things, all of the things which ultimately makes us more likely to attract brand new, heretofore unknown fans of blind indie rock and books, fantasy, silliness, and so forth and so on. So yeah, there ends the Twitch plug. And I will in fact indulge the Tegan. I will do that thing. I feel like she's earned it. I mean, she's got the hat trick now, 3 weeks in a row. I feel like she's earned it.
Teague sends you hearts and everything. They absolutely deserve it.
Right. All right. I feel a little better. That there was a thing. There was a little jaunty moment I had to get out of my system. It is now out of my system. We're good. I think. Well.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want to do a second one?
Don't tempt fate. Don't make me reconquista my guitar.
He says as though that would be a bad thing.
Ba-dum-bum.
Teague says 6 hearts, actually, which they are correct. I can't do math.
I like 6. 6 used to be a battle cry of people that I originally hung out with in the SCA for. And it was because a guy that I did a consulting gig for, back when Microsoft certification tests were kind of the big new thing before they were commonplace. The pre-test that you take in Microsoft, this is a cyber cafe, mind you. So an internet cafe, before everybody had reasonable internet in their homes. He took the pre-test. He was convinced he was a super duper extra ultra genius and could just ace everything. And out of 100 points, he scored 6. So for the longest time, between myself, the original Scadians I was hanging out with, and that came to the cafe a lot, and the other employees, 6 became the synonymous battle cry with people being dumb. So randomly, we would look at one another and say 6 anytime something stupid happens. So the idea of 6 hearts makes me smile. Not because 6 is a stupid number, but because it makes me smile for memory's sake. So, 6. Right, blathering over. Instead of blathering, let's talk about blood, shall we? The shores of my homeland, they beckon to me. They cannot escape my mind's eye. At night, when I dream twixt the gulf and the sea, lay Trimeris, her arms open wide. From humble beginnings of fire and of rain, from dragon's den, distance and dream, more than history living is our crown to me. Honor, glory, and chivalry's gleam. Cimmerian blood floweth hot in my veins, like the warm summer winds I pray never shall fade. No matter where I lay me down, Trimeris, she's always my own. My heart and my sword to your crown. Trimeris, she's always my own. Long have I traveled all the known world I tread. I've seen fairness, gentility, and grace. But when other kingdoms be but their high praise, 'tis my heart feels its emptiest place. 3 seas guard the throne of my oath and my own. White water, the raiment of queens. Trimmerian angels in grace stood alone. Oh, their beauty lends fighting men wings. Trimmerian blood flowing hot in my veins, like the warm summer winds I pray never shall fade. No matter where I lay me down, Trimeris, she's always my own. My heart and my sword to your crown. Trimeris, she's always my own. Though the world's eyes may darken and all light may fade, come tyranny, oppression, and hate, there will stand one last bastion, so hope can remain, held by hot blood and glittering blade. And if ever a war sword on the field. No, my friends, 'tis no matter what banners displayed, for my heart beats dry, merry, and still. Dry, merry, and blood floweth hot in my veins, like the warm summer winds I pray never shall fade. No matter where I lay me down, dry Maris, she's always my home. Heart and my sword to your ground. Dry Maris, she's always my home. Dry Mary and blood floweth hot in my veins, like the warm summer winds I pray never shall fade. No matter where I lay me down, Dry Maris, she's always my home. Heart and my sword to your crown. Dry Maris, she's always my home. Dry Maris, she's always my home. Dry Maris, she's always my home. And apparently I have to do that thing sometimes. Sorry about the random visuals. Had to wait for an appropriate point in the song where it wasn't going to sound off if I did something silly like, let go of the guitar. And then I could remove the thing from my screen. Stupid random software pop-ups. Sorry about that, everybody.
Hulk Smash says hello. Astrid Azafel says heart-throbbing and swooning.
Yeah.
There were many microphones, many hearts. Hulk Smash says, sorry we're late. We were running errands. We are listening in the car. And Tegan says, thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys for the insanity of showing up while driving, no less. No problem with errand running. Hello, Gelsinger. Hello, Hulk Smash. I hope you're emming appropriately today, and errands are run successfully. And I'm glad you like the song, and thank you for the swoonage, and the microphones, and the hearts, and the awesomeness, and hooray. I believe that's everything. I believe I have not missed a thing. I hope I am right. And if I am not, I will stop speaking without contractions. But for the moment, I will continue to use them as a sparing bit of linguistic fun. Random.
It would simply be inappropriate not to speak with contractions, for that would be... Oh, I just lost it. Never mind.
Thingy! Go with thingy!
Thingy works. Astrid says, thanks for singing Tremorian Blood. That is my favorite song by you. And Tegan laughs at the linguistic fun.
My pleasure. You can thank Tegan. She was all, I want a song. I want a bloody song. I want a bloody blue card song. Sing me a bloody blue card song, damn you blind guy. And I did. She was really mean to me. It was sad. Let the record show that I'm lying through my teeth. And over the internet. Further proof that people lie over the internet. So, while we're in a pseudo-blue cardish mood moment, the Triple M. I'm going to do a not quite blue card song just because I have never played it in an event, therefore it doesn't count as a blue card song yet. But I'm going to play something off the new series soundtrack, which I'm happy to report is ticking along nicely. We are still looking like we are on track for very end of March, very earliest part of April. Again, I don't want to promise dates because I don't want to be a liar. I'd rather say we're on track until we're not on track and tell you a date when everything is absolutely finished. But things are progressing at a pace, and I'm very excited about it. But for those that are not aware of what in God's name I'm talking about, my dark military fantasy horror series, The Cycle of Bones. 2 books in, book 3 has already gotten about 30,000 words typed on it. there is a series soundtrack, because within the books there are songs or excerpts from songs, and you've met me in one form or another. Do you really think they're not, actual songs? I'm not interested in just making poetry happen on the page unless it happens to be a poem. No, they're actual songs from within the world of, on the world of Skulth and within the world of the books. So, of course, there has to be a series soundtrack, and that's what I've been working on. There's also some symphonic stuff on there as well, there should be. But that puts me one step closer to cool stuff if I get lucky enough to get picked up for a series or a film somewhere. The soundtrack already being done is super helpful. But beyond that, it just lets me flex and stretch those particular muscles to be a little more creative in ways that I haven't gotten to before. So there's symphonic stuff on there, and then there's the in-world, in-books folk music. And so what I'm going to do now is play something that appears in both books. This is a song called Glory Not Gold. There's a hole neath the hill where the sons of dead soldiers do get drawn down the red ruined road, where the ghosts of the gaunsires fight and fear they're forgotten. So at glory they grasp, not at gold. There's a gauntleted hand reaching up toward the heavens for a sign, for a song, for a sword. And the ghosts of the gaunsires fear their words were forgotten. So in silence they've stood and endured. There's a sheen on a shield gleaming bright in the morning. Nigh the sun shines for shield man alone. And the ghosts of the gaunsires fear their own fire stirring, as it burns them and beckons them home. There's a hole beneath the hill. There's a hole beneath the hill where the sons of dead soldiers do get drawn down the red ruined road, where the ghosts of the gaunsires fight and fear they're forgotten. So in glory they grasp, not at gold. So in glory they grasp, not at gold. So there is Glory Not Gold. And the version on the soundtrack will not have the weird random stop in the last verse.
It's one of the very first things that appears in the first.
It is. It and The Eyes of Night both appear in the prelude. In fact, in part one of the prelude.
Astrid sends wings and fire, and Tegan says, can't wait for that to come out.
Thank you. I'm excited too. There's so much good stuff. I've got some extra singers I've pulled in from elsewhere because of course, stories that go into this, I want to have as close as I can to people that are appropriate for the individual song, performing the individual song. Not that I'm not performing some of them myself, of course I am. I'll be the one performing more than a handful of these songs, but not all of them, because it would be more appropriate for the right voice to actually sing on them. I can perform them myself down the road, and that's easy and fun and fine. But, you know, for instance, we get Declasu or Forest Breath on there, and I can sing them both. Of course I can. But they should be sung by, and in fact are sung by, an incredibly talented singer and performer on stage, a gentleman by the name of Jarko Burbeck. Really good dude. You'll love his voice when you hear it. He's amazing. So I've got him. I've got Laurie House on Honoru, and a handful of other people. I don't know. It's exciting. There's a lot of voices that I've managed to pull together, and some of them are things I've licensed, and some of them are things that I've specifically had recorded separately. I'm really excited. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I think when we're done, the soundtrack will be something like 15 songs, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Pardon me. We'll see what happens by the time I finish. But right now, what it looks like is 15 songs entirely. So.
Jacoa13 says, it was nice to hear that one after reading it. And Tegan says, that was excellent.
Thank you. Koa! I miss your face, and my aim is not likely to improve.
I mean, not with that attitude, it won't.
Yeah, that's true. And attitude is everything. Right.
Koa says, laughed out loud, it is good to see yours, old friend. We've once again dropped contractions, and it's perfect.
Yeah, that's fine. Now he's just showing off because he can see. I'm Koa, and my eyes work.
Koa says, sorry, I can't return the favor.
Yeah.
That's a good note right now. That is a nice low note.
One of the things I'm looking forward to doing when I get back to the States is getting my guitar serviced. She is, my poor Gretch, she's overdue. I could do it here, but it's a little more involved here than it will be when I'm back in Florida. So I'm going to wait. I mean, it's a month, less than a month away. So once I get back, I'll make an appointment before a show one week, and get it serviced and get brand new strings on her and just a good, alignment and clean, and probably a new bridge and a few other odds and ends on her, because God knows she's earned it. And I'm really unhappy with some of the little nuances that are happening entirely because it's been a long time since I've had her serviced. So that's a thing. Anyway, so I think we're gonna do this. How can I repay you, brother mine? How can I expect you to forgive? Clinging to the past, I shed our blood and shattered your chance to live. Though I knew the laws, I paid no heed. How can I return your wasted breath? What I did not know has cost you dear, for there is no cure for death. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet, once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years we reached for you, the last was not meant to be. And how can I make amends for all that I took from you? I led you with hopeless dreams, my brother, I was a fool. now, brother mine, neither you nor I are free from blame. We cannot erase the things we did, for the path that we took was the same. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet, once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years we reached for you, our last was not meant to be. My dreams make me blind and mute, and I long to return to that time. I follow without a word. My brother, the fault is mine. And where do we go from here? And how to forget and forgive? What's gone is forever lost. Now all we can do is live. I thank you so much, Hulk Smash, for Hulk smashing that song into my head. I still kind of can't stop playing it.
Hulk says from the prior song, that was awesome. It's so neat to hear them. It's one thing to read it, but music just sets the whole mood.
Thank you.
Teague says, oh, I like that one.
That is from a specific and very special request from the Smashing Hulk of Smashness. Which, there needs to be a funnier, sillier, and more fun thing to call her other than the Smashing Hulk of Smashness, or just Hulk Smash. I feel like there should be something else, and I have to figure out which one to use, but there'll be a thing, so help me, there will, oh yes. Anyway, it's a song called Brothers. It comes from an old-time but amazing anime called Full Metal Alchemist. And she was pretty much, do you know this song? And I'm like, I do, but I don't know it. And then I went and had to learn it. And now I'm super glad I did, because it's stuck in my head and stuck in my guitar, and it lives and breathes in there, and occasionally just crops up and does a thing. And so, yeah, like that. Hulkish one, am I then correct in assuming that you've actually started reading then, have you? Stolen the book from your mother? Like a book thief?
It's the best kind of thief, honestly.
The book and or library thief, I'm in.
What is it? Take only pictures, leave only... What? No, I can't remember. Either way, steal a book.
Words mean things.
Astrid says, I have some lyrics that I recorded on BandLab for the song I'm working on. If you're interested in hearing them at some time, I can send you the link.
You mentioned that before. I'm all about it. Send the link over. Hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on through Twitch while you're here if you want to do it that way. You can leave me a comment or send me a message in the back end of my channel on YouTube. Finding me is not hard. Send me stuff. I will happily take a listen, and I will tell you what I think if you want me to do that, and I will smile and say it's cool, because it probably will be cool. I'm always excited to see people that are putting things together, whether it's music or books or art or whatever. I'm bad at the art side of things because it's really hard for me to tell half the crap I'm looking at. That looks awesome. I love your use of color. You know what it is, right? No? It's a thing. Okay? Blind people are notoriously bad at looking at pictures and being excited about them. I'm excited anyway. I just can't share the immediate enthusiasm. But anything that's written down, I'm always excited to hear or read or see. So yeah, bottom line, send me stuff if you like. I'm all about it.
Astrid says, deal.
So I think I'm going to do a couple more. Well, I'm definitely going to do a couple more. I'm going to do Better next because I'm really kind of in the mood to do it, and I haven't done it in a couple weeks, and I love the song. And if anybody has any requests, by all means, put them through, and we'll see. My rule is always the same. I try not to do the same song 2 weeks in a row, just because if I do, people will be like, I heard this. I saw this show last week. I heard that song a week ago. I'm good. I could have just hit it on Spotify. Meh, right? So I try not to do the same song 2 weeks running. But certainly if you've got requests, and if it's a song I either know or wrote or perform or whatever, I'm happy to do it. If you have any questions about the books, if you have any questions about the soundtrack or other random stuff, please let me know. Happy to hear them. My temporary producer, the stunt Knut, my stunt Viking, the lovely and talented Gwen, who is producing tonight, will be happy to read them out, and that will be awesome, and we will communicate, and it will be sweet. But anyway, this, excuse me, this is off of LFO also, listening from the outside, which, 2011, 2012, something like that. Long time ago. My unintentional 90s album. Like, I put the album out, and the way it ended up getting mixed and arranged, it ended up being kind of a post-modern 90s record. That was not my plan, but whatever. Still like the songs, still perform the songs, and at some point I'll probably re-record them, just because I would rather get a different version of them. Although there is new Blind Indie Rock coming out, hopefully by early to midsummer, if everything goes on schedule, and that's the plan there. But this is better. We're going to do that first, I think. Hang on. That's better. Quick key change. I can't save you. No, I can't save you. I can save you from anyone but me. Lovely lies left laying loosely through the burned out wreckage of another sleepless night. Oh, and praying somehow pious through the ragged light of the morning, thinking over and then over that I won't give up the fight. But I'm no good for you, and I know you call it hell, but I've been thinking lately that it's just as well. Tomorrow I'll be gone and leave this bitter world behind. There ain't no reason, there ain't no time for me to stay. It's better this way. Oh, and somewhere through the madness of the haze beneath the storm, you may wonder where I no, and prayer somehow fires through the ragged tears of morning, saying over and then over, damn you white, you stop the fight. But that's no good for you, and I know it hurts like hell, but the simple truth is truth burn me as well. Tomorrow I'll be gone and leave this bitter world behind. There ain't no reason, there ain't no time for me to stay. Maybe it's better this way. can save you from anyone but me. Yeah. Oh, I can't save you. No, never could I save you. Now I can save you, but no one will ever save you from me. Tomorrow I'll be gone and leave this bitter world behind. There ain't no reason, there ain't no time for me to stay. But tomorrow I'll be gone and leave this bitter world behind. There ain't no reason, there ain't no time for me to stay. Baby is better. And there's better.
You received many hearts, many wings, and many microphones.
I love all of those things.
I believe you had a request last week. Tegan also requested Wandering There, please. And Astrid said, love your voice and always have since I listened to you sing for the first time for me.
Astrid, that is incredibly sweet. You are correct. I did have one last week.
I believe it was Hulk
Find
Smashes.
Myself. No. It might have been. It was Find Myself. And I think I can accommodate that. Excuse me. So I think what we will do is we will do Wandering There first, just because of where my capo already is. And after Wandering There, then we will do Find Myself. And we might close it out there. We'll see how I feel after Wandering There. But if you got other requests, by all means, put them through. But I think I know what we're going to do are those two songs. I may call it, I may not. We may do one more after that. We'll see. But either way, thank you, and thank you for the requests, and thank you for all the love and the microphones and the wings and the hearts and all the awesomeness. Again, if you're watching this from anywhere other than Twitch, please make your way or consider making your way over to twitch.tv/JP_Corwin and click follow. Pardon me. It would really help us out. We're trying really hard to push toward that 50 follower thing so we can become affiliated, and we're about halfway there. So please, if you haven't, consider it. And as always, you can find me on all the typical social media stuff. Everything is /JP Corwin except Facebook. That is /JP Corwin official. But hit me up anywhere, on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Patreon, on Insta. I don't have. You can get me a Reverb Nation also. I don't have a Pinterest account. I don't have a TikTok account. These are not things that I play with. So those are not things that exist for me, I'm afraid. I don't have a Snapchat either. But I've got everything else we just talked about. So if you're not already following me on those things, certainly you can find me there if you like and get in touch.
I would love to see you post your music on Pinterest and see how that would even work.
Well, I mean, you'd be amazed how many times you can just post an infographic and get people to pay attention, but it's just not a platform I've ever played with because it's entirely visual and it's just not really my thing. I do Insta because it's kind of a thing that's necessary, and I've got people who are willing to seeing eye human that for me, and it's really just me posting things there. Like there's nothing for me to read or interact with.
Hey, new stalker.
Somebody
Thank you.
followed me. Thank you, whoever that was. Somebody clicked that.
That was
shiny
Koa.
button. Koa figured out how to follow me. Thank you. That puts us officially at the halfway mark. Right, I have been wandering there and here and there as well, and got it. So in the last 2 years, I have gone from Tampa to Bristol in the UK, to Pyeongtaek in South Korea, back to Bristol, and then up to Claremont in outside of Orlando, and then down to Coral Springs in South Florida, and now back to Bristol. I have indeed been wandering there, is I guess the point I'm trying to get at. I got to set foot on both Russian soil and Thai soil, which was cool. But, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, this is Wandering There, also off of LFO by Spatial Request. Sure, that is happening. And I'll sing it in a normal voice, not a strange, silly one. Feels like
New
forever
stalker.
I've been standing
Thank you.
still. Feels like forever in my mind. Can't find a spark to fight the dark or chill. Can't stand to be with my own kind. They say there's something on the wind that nothing stays the way it's been. Don't wanna be there when it all caves in. Like I'm wandering there and wondering why the rain keeps on falling down from my eyes. And I'm wandering there, alone in a crowd, alone in my mind, where I'm screaming out loud. Someone show me the way to where something feels fair, 'cause nothing feels normal when I find myself there. Feels like I'm trapped here in this gilded cage. Feels like the walls are falling in. Can't see my name written there on the page. No light to write by shining, yeah. They say there's something in the air, but I'm the only one who cares. I have to find it, I just don't know where. Like I'm wandering there and wondering why the rain keeps on falling down from my eyes. And I'm wandering there, alone in a crowd, alone in my mind, where I'm screaming out loud. Someone show me the way to where something feels fair, 'cause nothing feels normal when I find myself there. Random growls to get frogs out of throat mid-song. It's a technique I love and hate at the same time, but there is Wandering There. Or at least a version of it.
Many blobs danced to the tune of that song. It was wonderful.
Well, it's nice to know that I can make a blob move. Move it, move it. And
We all
also-
like to move it.
Exactly. Also, we have another follower. Thank you very much, whoever that was.
That was ST Bridget 1.
Hello, ST Bridget 1. Thank you very much for dropping by, and thanks for the follow.
Maybe it would have been Saint Bridget.
I'm going
Someday
with
I'll
Saint
learn how to
Bridget.
pronounce.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going with St. Bridget 1, the only St. Bridget.
Astrid sends hugs.
Accepted. So, I absolutely know we are going to do Find Myself. Before we do that, however, are there any questions, any thoughts, any poems? I will not ask for haiku. I know what happens when that request comes out, and I'm not prepared. I do not have the mental fortitude to withstand another barrage of actual haikus, so I'm not requesting those tonight. But that will change. Oh yes. Oh yes, once we're affiliated, there'll even be a haiku badge.
Beautiful. Excellent. I did miss that earlier. Hulk also requested Too Much to Dream.
Ah. You know what? I will do that. I will do that for you. That's who I will do that for. We will do Too Much to Dream, and then we will do Find Myself, and then we will call it a night. And that is the plan. We are now with plan. It's funny, I was thinking about doing that song tonight anyway, so that works out. Any other specific questions? Anything anybody wants to ask me or talk about or whatnot? If not, it's fine. I can just sit here and be a jukebox. You can shove a quarter in my ass. It'll be fine.
Hulk says you are so awesome, and we love listening to you every Saturday.
You are such a made of win person. Thank you guys so much.
Astrid says, please check your Facebook Messenger later when you have time. I sent the link.
Thank you, and I absolutely will. I look forward to that. Excuse me. I'm pleased to report I can still sing. It's nice to know that I haven't ruined that. Go me. I'm not here for my face. I'm definitely here for the voice, so that works out. This is a super duper extra ultra older song of mine. One of the very first things that I ever wrote in my actual contemporary music career. And it's been a big fan favorite for a very long time, and people seem to really, really love the lyrics, most especially the chorus. I have been told by people of the slightly older persuasion that it is referred to in their circles as the ultimate screw off, kiss off, fuck off, whatever term you want to use, line. And that is because the chorus literally does consistently begin with, I don't know where you've been all my life, but go back there. People seem to really like that line. So I wrote this all the way back, give you an idea how long ago we're talking about. I wrote this all the way back when I was living in Fort Myers, which is just eons ago. Like very early days, first joined the SCA. This is late 90s. So, yeah. Anyway, it all started with this guitar line. Simple walking through an A minor chord. It's funny how the easy and simple things become the most interesting when all's said and done. Anyway, here's the ancient wind that is Too Much to Dream, a song that everybody who's ever thought they were in love with a friend of theirs will be able to easily relate to. I found myself standing outside your white light. Not real sure as to what happened then. And next I knew I was alone in my room. Thank God without you again. I don't know where you've been all my life, but go back there. All I want is to hold you to me, though I don't dare. I won't miss you at all. though I'll try. And I don't know where you've been all my life to go back there. All I want is to hold you to me, though I don't dare. Oh, I won't miss you at all, though I'll pretend to. Had a little too much to dream last night. God, what a fool, took my own advice. Now I'm an outcast from inside of your life. No, and I don't know where you've been all my life, but go back there. All I wanted was to hold you to me, and I did take. Now I won't miss you at all. I won't even pretend to. I won't miss you at all. There's a little too much to dream for you.
Tegan says, I'm very happy I found out about these streams, and sends a hug.
I am happy too, and I receive your hug, and I send it back to you. Because hug. I love that you guys show up each week.
St. Bridget says thanks to Tegan for letting them know about the streams, and Koa puts a carrot up to agree.
Awesome. Thank you. And now we know where St. Bridget comes from. She is a friend of Tegan's, and that makes her dangerous. Which is a good
She's
thing.
part of the cult of Tegan.
Indeed. And it is a dangerous cult. Made of danger.
Astrid swoons, and Hulk Smash says, amazing as always.
Thank you. I always love those nights where I can get that voice. That weird, super growly, super gravelly, just voice. I don't do it very often because there isn't usually much call for it, but there are certain songs that it makes sense on, and so I love when I get to do it. So thank you for asking for that. Right. I believe we were going to round the evening off with the special request that is Find Myself. Were we not? Am I very much mistaken?
You are not mistaken. Also, Nicholas on Facebook says, oh my gosh, it's the JP Corwin.
Oh my gosh, it's the Nicholas. The question is it Art Morello or Ranch?
Ranch.
Okay. I know two Nicholases that might stagger into this stream. Either one of them makes me smile and happy. So, it was important to know which one. So, I wave to you in your weird snowy tundra land.
Tegan says, laughing, it's more like the cult of Corwin.
Meh. Meh. I repeat, meh. So, if anybody has any questions, this is the time. I'm giving you a brief musical interlude to ask any final questions before I do the finding of myself, and you pretend to be in the room with me and sing to the top of your lungs in the house where you are.
Nicholas Ranch says, it's actually warmed up. Elias actually got to go outside for the first time in weeks.
I'm all about the little baby Elias going outside. I'm all about him wandering and exploring the insanity that is his world, because everything is insane and wonderful and amazing, which is what happens when you toddle.
Almanac P says, hey mate, hope you're well this evening.
I am. Thanks for coming back on, man. Got it just before the end. So the thing that I miss about this song, as much as I love the song and as much as I love to play the song, even here in the stream, there's an audience participation portion of our show that is missing. So the bit goes like this. I stole it from one of my idols, a singer-songwriter named Angie Aparo. I stole it fair and square, but, I stole it. So the gig goes like this. I will begin this part of the song, and it'll be very soft and slow, and it'll be the audience participation portion, and I sing it. And then I make all the women sing it. And then I make all the men sing it. And I mock the men because invariably they are quieter than the women. There are occasions where they're not, but almost always they are. And so I presume that the men have not really shown up tonight because they usually are not there by comparison. Certainly they don't sing as loudly. And then I tell the women that they're all hired and they will come back to my hotel room. And that is the normal back and forth gig. And it's fun and it's funny and everybody laughs and has a good time. And I hear the men and the women kind of argue with each other about who's going to sing louder. And then they sing during the song, which is awesome. And then at the end, we do this big, awesome vamp where they sing and I sing and the guitar sings and everybody sings and it's loud and crazy and fun and dumb and amazing. And I can't say amazing enough times because it is probably my favorite part of every live show, to get to this song and have that reaction. And it's all over YouTube. Like, it's finding it is easy. A couple of fans made a point of filming it because it was so much fun. So there are at least 2 or 3 versions of it up online that way, which is cool. But in any event, we do what we can. And so what we can is I can play the song and you guys can make me... I will pretend you're all in the room with me singing along. Hopefully there'll be crazy emotes and it'll be fun and awesome. And I won't see them till I get to watch the stream later, but the rest of you will see them. And they'll be on for posterity's sake. So as long as there are the mad, insane emotes going, everyone will be happy. Well, almost everyone. So, to that end, we will do the final song of the evening, as far as I can tell, which is Find Myself, off of In Plain Sight. So that intro piece goes something like, ooh, oh, oh, I could do this all night long, even though I'm not wearing a watch. Not that I could read it anyway. Camera never lies, you know, when mirrors are no better. Cheaters never win, they say, they leave your heart in fetters. Beauty's only skin deep, they say, eye of the beholder. But angels seem to spend their time looking over their shoulder. Everybody wants to disappear. Everybody wants to fly. If they say anyone can find their wings, yeah, guess I'll close my eyes and feel for mine. Can't run away from who I am. Can't keep my pride and hang my head days are getting long. The nights won't seem to end for me. This fire won't leave me alone. It's not the end I'd wish for, but wish it won't return the key. I'm just sick of sirens, sick of frantic, sick of days away. Sometimes I almost disappear. Sometimes I almost fly. If it's true, anyone can find their wings. Yeah, I guess I close my eyes and feel for mine. Can't run away from who I am. Can't keep my pride and hang my head. Can't change the world to match my inside. Stop on a dime and change my ways. Walk through the walls out of this maze. Got nothing left to lose and everything to gain. It's time I find myself. Sometimes I wanna disappear. Sometimes I almost fly. Hey, yeah. It is true, anyone can find their ways. Yes, I close my eyes and feel for mine. Can't run away from who I am. Can't keep my pride and hang my head. Can't change the world to match my inside. Stop on a dime and change my ways. Walk through the walls out of this maze. Got nothing left to lose and everything to gain. This time I find myself. It's time I find myself. It's time I so there, Big California finish and all, is Find Myself. Guys, thank you so much for spending your Saturday evening with me. Special thanks also to the lovely and talented stunt Viking that is Gwen, my producer of the night. Canute, wherever you are, I hope you are curled up with hot chocolate someplace, because it's way too late for you to be skiing. Although they probably have some weird random kind of 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, whatever time it is, in Norway skiing thing by moonlight and crazy lights and so on. But still, wherever you are, hope you and the family are having a good time. Guys, thank you so much for coming by. Gwen, anything else before we call it a night?
Almanac P says, sorry, D&D kept me from being here earlier. Smile.
Absolutely all good. But thanks for dropping by. Again, if you have not done so, guys, please think about dropping over to twitch.tv/JP_Corwin and click and follow. We're pushing really hard to get to affiliate. We're over the halfway mark. We need to get 50 followers. We're not quite there yet. They don't need to follow during the stream, so if you got friends that haven't seen these shows yet, let them know. This way they get that nice little alert that says, hey, the blind guy's doing a thing on the internet thing. So, just something to consider. Gwen, anything else?
Nicholas Ranch says, Elias is so sensitive right now, and he's obsessed with Zootopia and Tangled.
These are good things to be obsessed with.
Astrid says, if I ever get to see you in person again, I would love to do a rendition of Tremerian Blood together with you.
I'm in. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I'm in.
Astrid.
Oh, you dropped out.
Well, Astrid says, I look forward to it every week. Koa sends a heart. Tegan applauds, and Hulk claps enthusiastically.
All amazing, wonderful, fantastic things. Thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday with me. Thank you. Hit me up on social media if you like. Anything /JP Corwin except Facebook, which is /JP Corwin Official. Because Facebook is funny like that. I will see you guys next week, and thanks for all the electricity.